Yep. 100% agree. I think one of the biggest things that we always talk about is like having an attractive lifestyle. And life insurance gives you a really way more than I think people give it credit for.
Yeah.
Like, what are you excited most about right now?
So I think it's basically twofold. So number one, what I'm really excited about is that I have a lifestyle now that's similar to the people that I was looking up to years ago.
Yeah.
So I think the first part is like just the freedom to look around and realize like I'm traveling the world. I'm having fun with my friends. Like I'm not, we're able to, spend money on things without having to be stressed about it. And I think that is something that I saw myself in the very beginning be really envious of the leaders, in this business and in this industry. And I think the first thing I'm excited about is like I'm just living part of that now. And then the second thing is like I see the next level. I think there's a range of income where you can do certain things and buy certain things and, give back and donate and be, that contributing member. But I think there's also that level where you see where there's a next step. And like I see the next step and it's close.
Yeah.
Like I see the next step of, and like the material stuff is awesome. Like we all love good stuff and, we all want to have.
We all find fun toys.
We all love toys and we deserve to have them. But it's like I just see a level of impact that's coming on the horizon that I'm excited to scale more of. And so, for example, like, I would love the opportunity to be at a restaurant and, talk to a server who maybe is a little stressed out because, they've got student loan debt. And, now maybe we could tip them a few $100 and like we can make an impact on that day and in that moment. But I'd love to be able to give them $15,000 to $20,000 to just pay off their student loans.
That'd be sweet.
Like that's the next level of stuff that I see and I know it's coming.
And then you cycle it through your nonprofit or your business, and you take tax deduction on it.
That's right. Here we are, just trying to give to people. He's thinking about the money. So what about for you, man?
Yeah, I would say that you hit it all on the nose about just it's being able to see the future, and I think more so than anything, also being able to see that you can build it. Like you mentioned a few things about like, hey, we can go out there and make more money if we need to, and not be stressed about inflation and the crap that goes on in the world and all the other nonsense stuff that we honestly probably have zero control over. Obviously, you got the opportunity to vote, but it's like, can you control the exact outcome the way you want it to make it? Probably not.
Yeah.
But you can control your life to the level that you can then respond effectively to what you want to get. So I was talking to my fiance, we were talking about like getting more investment properties, and we were talking about how we wanted to start traveling in like the next 5 years, go to 5 different countries. Like we started talking about how like not all that concerned about a new car or anything, but as much as we are about like, hey, what could life look like? It's good now. What can we make 40 years old look like? What can we make 45 years old look like? What can we make 47 and a half look like? Like shortening the time frame from the point that like, hey, I felt like I've put in the grind hours from 20 to 30.
Yeah.
But then in the next 8 years, 10 years, how much better can I make that look that when I'm 35 or when I'm, 37 and a half, what can it be? And the fact that we could plan and map it out and look at it, and it gets really fun and enticing to be like, this is all very possible. It's not like this is out of reach and I don't know how to do it. It's like, no, this is all you need to do. And I love the piece about this business.
And that element of the risk versus reward, or like they talk about the prize and the price,
Yeah.
right, is the price of really thriving in this industry is just a matter of years of really being focused, like,
and working.
And you just look at where our lives have just changed in the last 7-8 years and where they're going to go in the next couple. And so the ability to like have turn 30 and have financial freedom to travel the world and have passive income to not have to worry about getting up and getting after it every day is something that like most people don't get to experience. And not even that they don't get to experience, but they don't have like a path and a plan and a process to get there. And so I think that's one thing that's super cool is like we get to provide that for them. But the other thing is you talk about like the 65, 70-year-old guy, he just bought like the Corvette and he's all jazzed up. And it's like, by the time you can afford to do fun things, you're almost too old to be able to enjoy doing them. Yeah. And so I think that's just one thing that why we're so focused on, just grinding it out for whatever time it takes to get there is because we know that we want to have we want to do what's hard now so that life is easy instead of doing what's hard, what's easy now so that life gets hard.
Yeah, I heard this, and we can end with this, but I heard this quote that said this. It was like, instead of looking forward to a lifetime of memories, how about looking forward to a bunch of stories to tell from the lifetime of memories you had? And just like kind of that whole idea of like, oh, I'm waiting for my golden years. And it's like, no, just find a way to make them now. Live your life. Find a way to pursue everything that you want. Build out the life that you want. This way, when you hit those time periods, you're not trying to do everything and then realize you can't. Health gets in the way. Kids get in the way. Family. Like, there's things that pop up. It all happens to all of us. But having those lifetime memories just to tell stories about and laugh about, years later now. So, absolutely, man.
It's coming.
Cool.
All right.